Sabedu.
Oh. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Guess what today is?
Better yet, guess who these people are?
Hi, I'm Tammy.
Hi, I'm Wanda.
Welcome
and
to the Tammy
and Wanda show.
All right. Yes.
Sabedu. Tadahu.
Sabedu.
Can you tell who we're mimicking right now? Because I sure do.
I sure can. This fine fellow, for those of you watching, otherwise known as a Billy
Madison.
Billy Madison.
One of the best Adam Sandler movies out there.
Like ever.
Actually ever, yeah.
Like ever.
Don't come at us, Adam Sandler, but
we love you.
We love you. We love you. We are talking about our Lost in Translation.
Mm-hmm.
And Lost in Translation means we're going to be talking about a 90s film.
And some of the quotes found within and what they mean and how they affected us when we were growing up in the 90s.
I do have to say, I did a lot of staying up way past my bedtime Saturday night to watch Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
And watch these amazing comedy gold mofos.
My favorite sketch was the Gap Girls with Chris Farley, David Spade, and Adam Sandler, where he's...
Let me have one of those fives. Back off, Becky!
Lay off me, I'm starving!
I thought you were on a diet, Sheila.
I love it. See, and a lot of my stuff, the Adam Sandler stuff was when he was on the Weekend Update.
Oh, it was like Dracula, the singing...
Yeah, like the singing opera guy.
That's what it was, yes.
I love him.
And we were talking about before the episode today that a lot of his stuff is so funny because he's like the king of gibberish, which was your comment.
He is the king of gibberish.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made him so huge on Saturday Night Live.
And the singing.
And his singing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Sloppy Joe song.
Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe, yeah. You know, like, that was my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like, I don't know. So when he started coming out with movies, like, I was over the moon happy.
Oh, yeah. And this one was one of the first. And it had some notable stars in it, such as the late, great, wonderful human being, Norm Macdonald.
R.I.P. Norm Macdonald.
Since we just lost him, we thought this would be a pertinent time to celebrate his silent genius in this movie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, amazing. Just gold. Just gold.
The stoner best friend, lazy butt face that just sits around Billy's pool the whole movie, getting stoned and shit.
I just remember that one thing. And Billy... Where's Billy?
He's at school, man. Which one of them was Frank? I can never remember that.
Oh, yeah. I think Norm Macdonald was Frank.
This is Frank's shirt.
No, that was
Frank.
the fat guy. That was the fat guy. Totally the fat guy.
Well, it had to have been because it was like oversized.
It was. Now, the one song that I would always sing, Oh, Back to School.
Oh, yes. The boy hates that song because... every time he starts a new school year, we're in 5th grade
I
now.
live for that song.
The first 3 or 4 days I wake him up, I sing it as loud and as obnoxiously as possible and beat the door open and go, back to school, just in my most obnoxious Adam Sandler impression voice. And it's awesome.
Like, it is just, I mean, through the years, Adam Sandler has definitely beaten that comedy horse.
Oh, yeah.
Till it's dead.
Yeah.
Like, over dead.
Sometimes you're like, okay, we get it.
Okay.
All right.
All right there, buddy. So, it's almost like he's trying to, like, build off of, like, his entire career. When he started to do those dark comedies.
Mm-hmm. Like Click, which I didn't care for.
Yeah. And, Punch Drunk
Love.
Drunk Love, yeah.
Too much wine for the girls this evening.
Two mules in, and I'm already down for the count.
We're nice and warm. We're nice and handy. Let's do this.
But oh man, that opening when it's like, I forgot there was something I needed to do today. It's Nudity Magazine Day!
And he gets on his golf cart and he drives
Nudity
through
Magazine
roses.
Day! Nudity Magazine Day!
Oh,
But, I mean, that was a part of my childhood.
that was the
And
best.
it was just stuff, and talking about damn penguins.
And there are so many times I use quotes from that movie and don't realize it. Like, today, Junior. Like when the kid's telling a story.
I've used, that's assault, brother.
That's a good one to use.
Or, it's too damn hot out here for a penguin. I gotta send him back to the South Pole.
You got
Mr.
to go
Madison.
back to the zoo.
Mr. Madison, there is no penguin.
They had to have some good drugs. What do you
Oh,
think?
God,
Those three
yes.
partying at Billy's dad's house?
And most recently, the blue duck
Yes.
comment. That whole quote. I drew a blue duck because I'd never seen a blue duck before, and I wanted to see one. Congratulations, Billy. You just passed the first grade.
And you know, that struck me weird watching this movie every time, actually, not just the first, is it's so much more reminiscent of a preschool or a kindergarten class.
Yeah,
and a little
instead
bit
of a first grade.
behind for first grade.
Yeah.
Although you still ate paste in first and second grade. Like
You know
they do.
what was so funny? Growing up, I never saw that as a jar of glue. I always saw it as a jar of mayonnaise.
Yes. Well, and it was like, there's something about school glue that regular glue doesn't have.
You know,
where it's like runny and it looks...
you know it's about to be Wanda's story time.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay,
story time about glue.
So in second grade, we had this girl, we called her the glue eater.
Oh, geez. There's always one.
She ate so much glue one day that she threw up.
Ew.
And we all had to leave the class and go to the gym. And the gym was across the hall from our class while the janitor was taking care of business in there. And we could smell it. That's just how disgusting it was.
Was it still white?
I don't
Upon
even
re-entry
know.
into the universe, I mean...
I wasn't paying attention or
Of course,
anything.
I
but
wouldn't have looked either.
like, everyone's like, oh God, she's throwing up. Yeah.
I think that's one thing this movie does well, is it's pretty true to kids at each one of those learning levels that they show.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. I did pull a lot of, where's my snack pack?
That's a great line, too. Who doesn't love snack pack? I mean, for real.
You know, when
is
he
good
doesn't
shit.
have that snack pack and he's watching that kid from across the lunch table, I bet
Like
that
this.
snack pack's pretty good.
Lovingly, like, please give me one. I'll trade you my banana for the snack pack. And the kid's like shaking his head no with pudding all over his face.
Oh man, no, you know, for the longest time I really thought Miss Lippy was like really, really weird.
I mean, she is kind of strange.
She is, but now I'm on a totally different level with her.
Really?
I feel it. Being a former teacher, I mean, there was a lot of times where I'm just like, I just wanted to sit in that rocking chair and just cover my face in paste while they're taking
Forget
a
the
nap.
world exists.
Or expect a kid after reading The Puppy That Lost Its Way.
Did you ever read that book to your kids?
No! But I swear if I had it, I'd be like, there'd be this one kid just going, whoa, Miss Lippy. He's got to think. He has a dog.
It's a responsibility.
You don't just give up after an hour. You get back out there and find that fucking dog. And then I'm just sitting there just going, I think it's time for dodgeball.
And then you have to write a note probably to the parents. You know, Jackson used the F word in class today.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what the kid's name would be, but
I don't even
just
know. And Doyle rules.
rules.
I mean, it's very funny. You know that you have an entire group of friends in your school when you can comment or even do like an inside joke of Billy Madison.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you
Those
do
were
a Doyle
huge.
rules, then you're just like, yep, we're in this together.
Oh, Doyle, I have a feeling your whole family's going down.
Now, one of our favorite quotes, and I'm not going to be able to do it on the podcast, but I am able to do it for the YouTube, is that fucking principal at the end when they do the decathlon. When they do that fucking decathlon. Okay, so I have the quote right here in front of me. I'm going to do this with a straight face and everything.
Oh my
All
God.
right?
Okay, don't look at you. Got it.
All right, don't look at me. All right, here we go. After he's just explained the entire the puppy
The
that
plot
lost
line of the puppy who lost its way.
for the revolution.
To explain the industrial
Revolution. Okay. Huh, all right.
You got the giggles out.
All right. Mr. Madison, what you have just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you ever close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
The same principal that has a category that says "My wife a slut" or something like that for 400, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, she's got some issues." And the best cameo in the movie happens right after that quote with Steve Buscemi.
Yes.
Where he
I'm
comes
glad
in
I
and
called that guy.
saves the day. Which is weird because he's actually a firefighter in real life, Steve Buscemi.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he's a volunteer, but like he actually saves the day.
One of my high school friends, she actually met him. He was at Ohio University. I don't know, doing some type of presentation, and she actually got to meet him.
Oh, I bet that was cool. He seems really kind.
Man, I'd be like, can you ride that missile? Just feel the power between my legs, brother.
I love Armageddon. That's for another show, though. Not
Oh, Armageddon, man. Okay.
Not today, Satan.
Not today, though.
Oh my God.
Another one that we like, if peeing your pants is cool, then I consider me Miles Davis.
Which we talked also before the show about that being, we didn't know who Miles Davis was when we were growing up. And the generations now are probably just as confused as we were. Like, oh, it's just some old person thing, I bet.
Oh, man. We definitely like the old man.
Yes. The literal shit kicker.
Here's a nice piece of shit.
Oh my God, he said shit. I can hear you damn kids laughing behind the bush.
Don't tell me my business, woman.
Devil
The
woman.
Call the fire department. This one's out of control.
Don't put the poop out with your
shoe
shoe tan. Obviously, we both very fondly love this
It's
movie.
poops again. He called the shit poops.
I gotta tell you, the one at Worcester that was our favorite was, oh, Eric is pregnant. Congratulations, Eric. He's gonna be a soccer player.
Oh, I would do that too. I'd be like, ooh, feel him kicking. Oh, he's gonna be a soccer player. He is. He is.
And the whole thing was shampoo and conditioner.
The shampoo, I did that for the longest time. The longest time in the shower. I'm just like,
Shampoo.
Shampoo goes on first. I go on first and I clean the hair. Conditioner is better. I leave the hair silky and smooth. Oh, really, boo? Really?
What are you looking at, Swan? Oh, that's the best.
Oh my God. I still use this stuff after all these years.
Oh, yeah. This is the most quoted, I think, out of all of the Adam Sandler movies for me.
Yeah. Definitely.
The other great cameo is the dear departed Chris Farley in this movie.
Oh, God. Everyone on the bus. Good, great, fine. No yelling on the bus. That's how I will be as a bus driver if I ever become one.
And he's so sweaty and angry, and his face
All
is
the time.
so red.
All the time.
It's like the best.
And can we talk about that banana peel?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And it had to be the mean, crazy bus driver that threw it, that took down the wheels. And don't come at us with spoilers. This movie was made, and I have the DVD right here, in 1995. So if you haven't seen it by now, tough. Deal with it.
Yeah, tough shit, guys.
Tough shit.
Tough shit. If you haven't seen it yet, you've been living under a rock for far too long.
Do you know what we need to do?
It is on fucking VH1.
Yeah. We need to grab Blanche and Myrtle and do a girls' night soon, and we actually need to go to a burger place and see if we can race those fucking pickles. Like, throw our pickles on there and have, like, the ketchup lines
I guess
on the
I'm
window.
the winner. Oh, no, the lunch lady.
Oh.
Have some more sloppy joes. I know how you kids love them sloppy.
And then she's like, like,
lady, you're scaring us.
and it was nice because it was kind of a nice reminder of where he's come from, because it was after the Lunch Lady Land song.
Yes.
Aww.
Oh, good times.
Oh, I love Lunch Lady Land.
I know,
Lunch Lady Land.
I know. And Chris Farley dancing to it.
That is correct.
That is correct.
I don't
No
know why I
milk
keep accidentally
will
kicking
ever
this.
be our milk.
No milk will ever be our milk.
Oh, Veronica Vaughn. So hot. Want to touch the hiney.
And then the part that really cracks us up after that is the clown. Oh.
Hey, kids, it's me. I bet you think that I was dead. But all I did was fall and
break my leg
and got a hemorrhage in my head.
With the creepy clown.
Oh my god. Just everything about this was just an absolute trip. Especially for my young tween years.
Oh yeah.
When I watched this.
They even had an homage to the opera singer in that song with the clown.
Uh-huh.
Where it was like, oh, do, do, do. I don't remember any of the words. Sorry.
I know.
Other than the clown part, because that was super fun.
What? Veronica, I thank you for beating the shit out of me.
I say I can't remember it, and you start singing it, and there it is. Like,
I
riding
know.
a bike.
There it is. There it is. Yeah. No, there's just so many. You have to tell us. Like, you guys have to comment to us. If you like this movie. I mean, for us, comedic, funny is something that is kind of therapeutic.
Mm-hmm. And the whole thing is funny from A to Z in this movie, which was so
start
great.
to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, when he gets that fucking Valentine's Day card from the principal.
the
P.S.
creepy ass
I'm
wrestler.
horny.
Yes, I'm horny. And he's like, hey, and he's licking his lips and nodding. Ugh. Then he's dry humping him towards the end of the movie when he graduates.
God, yes.
Ugh.
Like, it just makes you think, like, there are some creepy principals out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of creepy people in the world. That's
There
just
is
one
a
really
lot
large
of creepy
example.
people.
Large example.
I like when he was spelling couch. COR. Are you going to be at the mall later?
No, I'm not going to the mall later. Finish the word.
I am the smartest man alive.
Spell Naruto.
Z.
Sound of the chalk.
Naruto? Those are Z's. Or how about when like one of the kids, when he goes back and visits the third graders,
Oh yeah.
he's like, I can't wait till I'm in high school, Billy. No, you don't. Don't say that. Don't ever say that. Cherish.
For the love of God.
Cherish. You do.
You do. We were talking about too, the best part of that is the you do is so gentle.
You do.
But he's like shaking the shit out of that little chubby kid.
For the love of God, cherish it. Cherish it. You do. Because when you think about it,
He's not
he's
wrong.
He's not wrong. Like we have gone through this entire phase in our high school career. He's done it in like weeks. If we would go back and like talk to the elementary kids, I feel like we would be the same way.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, they're really nice to me, and then when they say, "Hey, I can't
everybody
wait,"
is really great.
Oh man. So I love Billy's dad.
Oh yeah.
The one comment that I really like is, remember that spelling bee you won in the first grade? Rock. R-O-K. Yeah? R-O-C-K. Oh, the C is silent.
And he has no idea. It's still wrong.
It is just stupid things. Like, you think about, you could be that person. My kids could be that person.
If raised differently and by different humans, that could be
I would
their
be paying
life.
off fucking teachers
Their whole life going
to pass them. I mean, I don't know. I came from a small country town. They didn't care if you paid.
Yeah.
They just moved you up. They're just like, you're lost.
Just get out of school. You're done.
Bye.
Peace out. Bye.
I'm sure that one of our listeners would know that, because I mean, Myrtle and I went to school together.
Yep.
I mean, hometown was not nice to us. They didn't care.
They were like, "Oh, hey, get out."
So this is kind of like an epitome of what it would be like for someone who was rich.
Yeah.
And passed through school.
And never had, and he was like always so.
And no consequences.
Right, and that's why I thought that, to me at least, the most sincere and not funny part of this whole movie, because there's some parts where it hits home and they're teaching the lesson, even in the comedic world. And the lesson here is, when he hits high school, he used to be that jackass that made fun of people because
right?
He was like the cool dude, and now he's not, because Styx isn't cool anymore, and his Camaro is not cool anymore.
I know. I love how they all like stared at him, and I'm like,
and he's standing there with this jean jacket with the damn collar popped, and you're like, no, it's not 1885. What are you doing? Oh my god.
But it makes you like really think, and it kind of takes me back to like Dazed and Confused.
Oh, another good
that
flick.
movie. That's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Really? All right.
The emergence of Matthew McConaughey.
But, like, you stick around, and you're just like, I used to be that badass in school, yeah. And then it's like, if you had a chance to redo high school, and you find out you're not so cool.
You were never as cool as you thought you were back then. You just didn't realize it at the time.
I mean, if I would go back to high school, I'm pretty sure people would look at me and go, "You're a millennial, aren't you?"
And also, it shows that Billy is the epitome of, and I always talk with the kid whenever he gets upset about like getting picked on or something. I go, well, there's always kids that peak in high school, and Billy Madison is like the epitome of peaking in high school and not realizing his life's not going anywhere afterwards. And
oh yeah. That's just, yeah.
You see that, and it's like, okay, well, that's a lesson too.
It really is.
You got to have some career aspirations
for such a funny flick. There's a lot of life lessons in this,
and he chooses not to stay in the family business after all, which is like the whole point of the movie.
Yep.
To become a teacher like Mrs. Vaughn.
I'm gonna give it to Carl.
I'm gonna give it to Carl. I just love how he says Carl.
I know.
Or the guy who plays Carl, he goes, you gotta go see what Eric's doing, because he's doing that little weasel laugh, How's that go again, Carl?
That sounds exactly like
I
it.
know. What was the Triscuit line you liked with Carl?
Oh my god. Well, I ate some Triscuits in the car. We had Triscuits in the car? Sorry, I didn't know you wanted any. Well, sorry. Doesn't put the Triscuit crackers in my stomach, does it now, Carl?
Damn it, Carl.
Goddamn Eric.
Freaking Eric. Eric is the villain of the piece, who is played masterfully by Bradley Oh my god. It's even in front of me and I can't read, you guys. What is happening? It's too much wine. I can't. Bradley Whitford, who we love for many other things, but
I mean, there is just some absolute gold, and I mean,
oh, I see what's going on here.
sorry to interrupt.
Oh, the penguin. Seriously, what
Really,
drugs
Dad?
were they doing?
Did the penguin make you do it?
The penguin belongs in the zoo.
Call the zoo. And it's like when he just like gives up, like after being like accused of doing shit.
Yeah, and he didn't do anything wrong, and for
He did
once he's
nothing
like
wrong.
not being a dick.
I know, and as a kid, I'm just like, oh my god, he didn't do anything wrong. Please, just give it back to him.
Oh, I remember getting really upset, like viscerally mad during that part the first time.
Is it weird that like I was strangely
Were you
weirded
attracted?
out with
Oh.
the penguin and Chris Farley?
Oh, and they were making out at the end?
Yeah.
No.
I was like, this is really awkward. I feel really awkward. I really need to turn this off now.
Although I was pretty happy for the maid lady and Steve Buscemi's character. They got together at the end too.
Oh yeah.
Happy
yeah.
endings do exist for weirdos. That's a good lesson.
But the one thing that we were actually discussing is Bridget Wilson. What happened to her?
She didn't really do much after this film.
I mean, she did Mortal Kombat.
And she married Pete Sampras, I believe. Tennis pro. Or I don't know if that was the right tennis pro, but she married a tennis pro.
I don't think she did too much after that. So, I mean, unless you were like... I mean, she was like a 90s chick.
I gotta tell you, though, there weren't many times as a straight female watching a film that I, like, started to question stuff, but she was so pretty that you're like, even as a straight woman, you go, damn, she's hot.
Well, when I first
How?
saw her on this, I was like, wait a second. Wasn't she in Mortal Kombat?
Who did she play in Mortal Kombat? I know, I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. We did not prepare this question, and now I'm like, hey, left field.
Lana Kane.
Lana Kane.
And
And I can actually do a shout out to our friend Nikki, who,
they came out at the same time.
Did they really?
Mortal Kombat and Billy Madison.
Oh, weird.
She was in The Wedding Planner.
She was the wife, or the wife-to-be, or
the
whatever.
wife-to-be.
Of
The
McConaughey.
Last Action Hero.
And Love Stinks, which is my favorite movie with her, which is such a strange film. But check it out. It's pretty cool.
Apparently, she was in The House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, what year was that?
99.
Oh. Still, nothing like recently in the last
I Know What
10
You
years.
Did Last Summer. Oh, Buying the Cow. Yep, I remember that one.
Buying the Cow was a good film, too.
See, I'm just that person who loves those, like, off-the-wall B-movies.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why
I'll
Love
just
Stinks was good.
Yeah, just the random B-movies are gold.
Tell me why I keep pointing directly at your face like 3 inches apart.
That's right.
That's crazy.
That's right.
Well, Nikki and I used
beautiful. Yep.
play all the time Mortal Kombat at Worcester Skateland together on skates. We would go over and play that on the arcade. So full circle.
It doesn't look like she has done anything since like the early 2000s.
Oh wow. Well, we miss you. Come back.
Come back, Bridget Wilson.
Film.
Come back.
Well, guess what, guys? We're at the end of our episode for the day. And catch us on Facebook or Twitter or Insta or wherever you like.
Hey, we've started doing some Facebook Lives before we start our episodes, so
check us out.
Wait for that, guys.
Tell us what you think. Give us some notes.
And our next episode is our last taste testing that we'll be doing for a while.
Yep. For Canada or Canada.
Those Kardashians.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
See ya.